I must say, a very early good morning to you guys. So time right now is 3:45 a.m. and we are traveling to Nassau International Airport. So the reason for going to Nassau International Airport is that we're going to fly Fiji Link and connect ourselves from Nassau Airport to Nadi International Airport. So a fun fact is this is the very first flight that flies in Fiji as a domestic flight. So the domestic flight is serviced by a subsidiary of Fiji Airways, which is Fiji Link, and they utilize a lot of smaller aircrafts. So the aircraft that we will fly today is an ATR 72-600 series. So guys, Nassau International Airport is basically 20 to 22 kilometers away from Suva, and it depends on where you're staying, basically the number of kilometers. And it is commonly referred to as the Suva airport, and the code is also SUV. So quite a lot of people get confused as to Suva airport, but in actual, Suva airport is the same as Nassau International Airport. At the moment, there are no international flights flying from this airport. It's just catering to all domestic flights to different islands. Some of them being from Suva to Tavioni, Suva to Savu, and the one that we're flying in the morning today, which is Suva to Nadi. So compared to Nadi International Airport, this is a very small airport. The dropping area as well as the arrival lounge, very limited facilities, and in the morning there wasn't any rush because not many takers for this morning flight. So this airport, as soon as you enter, you'll find the Fiji Link check-in counter. They've got one business or priority customer counter and two economy counters. Other than that, they also have one counter for cargo. So this airport has one international departure lounge, but at the moment this was closed because there are no international departures happening. This airport also has one more airline servicing other islands, which is Northern Airways. Northern Airways also does a lot of familiarization flights. So in case if you're interested, you can always ride Northern Airways. This is a very small airport, so the check-in and the security checks were pretty fast. You can see this is how the airport looks, and this is our aircraft ATR 72-800. So the check-in was pretty fast, and as soon as we boarded the aircraft, it just took the aircraft 5 minutes. So from where we board the aircraft goes all the way to the end of the runway and then turns around to rotate basically. So this is a very short flight. It starts at 6:15 and ends at 6:45. So it's just a 30 minutes flight, guys. No meal service, and it doesn't go over the sea. It is all across the island. So in case if you want to take the flight to see the sea area of the island, this is not the right flight for you in that case. In my current scenario, there were a lot of passengers taking this flight. One, because they had international connections from Nadi, and so this particular flight allowed them to carry a lot of luggage. So Fiji Airways at the moment is offering 30 kgs for economy and one bag, which is Cayman luggage for 7 kgs. When I had inquired, they said that only one bag was allowed, but that the international airport, a laptop bag and a check-in bag, both totaling to 7 kgs, were being allowed. Generally, there are no checks unless and until the size of the Cayman bag is very big. I saw people carrying very big bags, and they were also allowed in this ATR as well as in the international flights that I have traveled with Fiji Airways. So this particular flight generally costs 75 to 90 Fijian dollars, but there was a particular promotion going on, their 8th year anniversary. So this flight at the moment was only costing 60 Fijian dollars. The flight doesn't fly very high. I think the altitude was very low. I don't remember exactly the height, but just above the first level of clouds. And because the weather was such that it was raining the previous day, so there was a lot of cloud cover, and hence at least till mid of this flight you weren't able to see anything. So in case if it does fly over some part of the ocean or the sea, I'm not exactly aware of it. In my case, I did not see the ocean, I just saw the land area. But it was fun flying this flight. I got a seat which is 16F, I guess. 16A, sorry. And the fun fact about this seat was that I had two windows. Though one window had real bad scratches, the second window did provide a lot of scope for other things to be covered. But then again, sometimes because of the light that was falling from behind, we weren't able to cover a lot of things. So the topography of the island, because these are all volcanic islands, they look amazing, and that's the beauty of this. Much of the island is again uninhabited. It has a lot of green cover. You won't find most of the peaks having any kind of construction happening. There are segregated villages and townships, but overall, early morning it looks scenic. I was wondering if I could get a sunrise, but unfortunately the way we fly, I think the sunrise comes from behind, from the tail section of the aircraft, so it was impossible to capture an early morning sunrise here. So 15-20 minutes down the line, the pilot just said that we were about to land and the flight was ending. So they did take 1 or 2 turns around, and then we were ready for our landing. So guys, finally we've landed at this airport. This landing was very smooth considering that this is an ATR. I've not flown many ATRs before, but this was one of my smoothest as far as the ATR landing is concerned. Now after we landed at the airport, again the plane kind of moved back the entire runway to head to its bay where we would be deboarded. So that was around about a 3 to 5 minutes ride on this aircraft. You can also see other aircraft being prepped up for the other departures. As soon as we landed, we could see the small ATC area that caters to this, and this is the beauty that we flew from Suva. You can also see along this side there are other aircraft parked. These are smaller in size and cater to other smaller islands. Particularly this airport also offers a lot of skydiving facilities as well. So there are a lot of skydiving sites. Now if you're heading towards the arrival area, you will find that on the left hand side after a small walk. So that's about it guys. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Stay tuned.
Take care and lots of stuff from Fiji.